How's it going, man?
Going great. Excited. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Magical venue. Caesar's brand name. The biggest casino in Canada. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so I take it then you're excited to be back in Canada for the third time, right?
Love it. Man, it's just Canadian fans have just been epic for us. They get it. They love the game. I said I don't know what it is about Canadian fans that they love and are so tied to MMA. I don't know whether it's like the background of fighting in hockey and that kind of synergy or what it is, but man, Canadian fans know and love this game. They understand it. They get what they're watching. They understand what's happening and the transitions from the ground to standing, etc. It's a great place to put on shows, and this team here at Caesars Windsor has just been epic to work with. Been with them probably 6 weeks now in terms of prep for this, and they're just, man, they know it like the back of their hand. So it's just all been great.
Perfect. Yeah. So you had 2 successful shows in Rama, and now you've moved to Caesars, which is obviously a bigger venue, higher profile, and everything. Is that kind of what you want to keep doing, gradually moving to bigger venues as time goes on throughout Canada, or Ontario for right now?
You know, I mean, we're kind of getting our cake and get to eat it too. We're going to stay at Rama. We're going to keep doing shows with them. We're going to work with Caesars as well here, doing shows at the Coliseum. You know, it's just the Canadians have responded so well to the show on the score and so well to our live events that the more we can do in Canada, the better it is as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to have both.
And Friday, what do you think moving to Friday nights is going to do for you as far as?
You know, I mean, I hope it's good. I mean, I said from the very beginning, and I think we may have even talked about it in the past, it's like, you know, we don't ever take that flag and kind of plant it in the ground and say, we're going to do this, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
You know, television is a malleable entertainment forum. You know, it's a medium that you got to be willing to move and kind of adjust and get out of the way of punches and stuff like that. So you look at Saturday nights, you look at, well, there's college football, and there's boxing pay-per-view, and there's UFC pay-per-view, and there's all this stuff going on. And you say, well, Friday nights, from a live event perspective in our game, there's nothing happening. So we figured, you know what, we'll see Friday nights. And a year from now, we may be talking, and I may say, we've decided to go to X night. But it's really, how do we reach the most people with the events, give them the greatest, most seamless access to see the shows. The shows, you know, I think they've been great. So, I mean, the reality is the more people who see them, the more people who are going to stick and watch them the next week and the next week. So, you know, I think Fridays for now is a great choice, and hopefully it'll work out really well for us.
Okay. And obviously you got Askren and Lima for the main event in the show, which is awesome. And how impressed are you with Lima and what he's done since he came into your promotion?
He's been a wizard.
Yeah.
He's been an absolute wizard. He, you know, it's funny. Sometimes you recruit guys and you see guys on the list. Man, did we get blessed last season? You know, we had Dantas at 35, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's the greatest 135-pound prospect in the world." And you know what? He was.
Yeah.
And then we had Douglas Lima at 70, and everybody was like, "He's the greatest 170-pound prospect in the world," and he was.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, man, as cool as the other side of the pillow, and that big right hand is just frightening. I mean, it's just, you know, and that's what makes this matchup with Askren so compelling, because Ben, you can say that Ben fought a big puncher in Lyman Good, but man, I mean, Doug Lima's punching power just takes it to another level. That Lozano knockout, I just, that was, sometimes you see knockouts and it almost makes you kind of jump back in your seat, like, wow, that was crazy. Like, there are 205ers who fight for us who would have gone down completely cold now with that right hand. And then the little right hand against Ben Saunders, that was like 6-7 inches away, almost in the clinch. Boom, one right hand, and Saunders. Fitz couldn't put Saunders. No, I mean, there's major guys who Saunders has fought and haven't put him out, and Doug did with that right hand. So, you know, this is one of those kind of old school styles make fights, mixed martial arts fights, where you don't look at it and say, oh, you know, they're both extremely well-rounded mixed martial artists. No, Ben does what he does, Doug does what he does, and they're going to meet in the middle of the cage, and we'll see what happens. So I'm excited about it. I mean, it's one of those fights you don't blink. You know, Ben, you know exactly what Ben's going to try to do, and you know exactly what Doug's going to try to do. So that should be a heck of a fight.
Yeah, and as impressed as you are with Lima, I take it you're still really happy with Askren as a champion he's been for Bellator?
Yeah, he's been great. He's just a consistent mouthpiece, always talking, always tweeting, always saying exactly what's on his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, you know, he's terrific. We signed him. I thought he was going to be this, and he is. You know, and say what you will about Ben Askren. I know a lot of people are like, well, Ben wrestles and Ben only has one style. Stop it.
Exactly. Get up,
yeah,
Ben.
Get up and punch him if that's what you want to do. I mean, he's been completely dominant fighting for us. So, you know, I mean, it's like if you want to do something different in a fight, you know, it's not, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to watch the film on Ben Askren and figure out what's going to happen. So stop it if you can. But I'm a big Ben Askren fan, man. I love